We got a video. How to catch a predator. I'm pretty sure some of y'all heard of this. You feel me? But for the ones that haven't, take a look at this, man. You might wanna hop up on it. But without further ado, man, look at it.
13.
I have interest in younger girls. That is a fantasy of mine.
Is this the national news thing?
You mean like Dateline?
Yeah.
That would be probably the cleanest, best pleasure.
The cleanest, best pleasure is to have sex with a 13-year-old girl.
Yes, sir.
Tonight, they're back. A string of suspects targeting children. It's another undercover sting.
It's funny, when I saw this on Dateline, I'm like, that is so sick.
A Dateline net crime to catch a predator. Like moths to a flame, they just keep coming. Thanks for joining us. I'm Stone Phillips.
And I'm Ann Curry. It has been more than 2 years now since we first began our series of reports investigating online sex predators. 5 different states, 129 men exposed.
Tonight, investigation number 6. This time, we've set up our hidden cameras in a rented house in rural Georgia. And once again, even men who have seen our reports show up at the door. We should let you know that some of what you will see and hear is explicit. Here's Chris Hansen.
I got an update on Scooby-Doo's car. He's going to be in an orange Ford Explorer.
On this stormy summer night, on a winding country road, a potential sex predator slowly approaches a house where he believes a child is waiting for him. He's driven a long way for this meeting, almost 2 hours.
There he is.
But the driver won't find.
Imagine a predator driving 2 hours just to meet your daughter. Come on now.
And a young girl inside. Instead, a Dateline investigative team awaits his arrival.
All right, Emmy, he's coming in.
Why is this man making such a long trip in the dead of night? Perhaps because he believes a 15-year-old girl is alone inside, ready to have sex with him.
Open the door and call him. He's coming.
But his journey didn't begin today. It began more than a week earlier when he entered a Yahoo Georgia chat room and decided to hit on a decoy, an adult posing as a 15-year-old. It didn't take long for the 23-year-old, screen name Scooby-Doo ATL01, to steer the chat towards sex. He asked all kinds of sexual questions, like, what positions have you tried? You like doggy? The decoy says, I never did doggy before. And Scooby-Doo says, well, if we ever have sex, I'll introduce it to you. But I switch positions a lot, so you're bound to learn a few new tricks. Now, the man with the bag of tricks is walking in our house. We hired a very young-looking 19-year-old to play the part of the girl.
Hey!
Hey.
Took you a while to get here.
Yeah, well, someone can't get good directions of where they live.
I'm just taking stuff out of the dryer. It'll take a second. I made you some sweet tea. I have to do something to keep you awake. You can take a seat. I just gotta finish taking the stuff out.
You'd never guess, by the way this man confidently walks into our house, that he's seen Dateline's investigations into internet sex predators before. And he's still willing to risk being exposed on national television.
Did you have a hard time finding the place, or?
Yeah, man.
You got lost, huh?
Yeah, who are you?
Well, who are you?
I'm Dennis.
In our latest hidden camera operation, this time in rural Fortson, Georgia, 90 minutes south of Atlanta, it doesn't surprise us that the chat rooms are full of men aware of our previous investigations. Men who want to have sex with a minor, but are concerned they might be caught on tape.
It's actually been referenced by name at this point. Did you ever see To Catch a Predator?
Do you think that this is a deterrent in some ways for people coming over?
I mean, they're not coming over because they're afraid that it's media.
1026.
Del Harvey, her screen name, is a member of Perverted Justice, the online watchdog group dedicated to catching internet sex predators.
It's just a matter of getting him in the door.
Dateline paid Perverted Justice a consultant's fee to do what it usually does, go into chat rooms posing as 13 to 15-year-olds home alone, interested in sex. Some decoys pretend to be eager about sex. That's because experts we've spoken to say young teens are often curious, even precocious, when it comes to chatting online about sex without knowing the potential lifelong repercussions of being molested by an adult.
I don't know if anybody's in chat.
While it's encouraging to hear our investigations have scared off some potential child molesters, others, like Scooby-Doo ATL01, obviously didn't get the message. His real name is Dennis Colson, a construction worker from Atlanta. He says he's here to meet a girl named Izzy. And how old is Izzy?
She told me she was 18.
So that'd be cool then, because she's of legal age.
No, I wasn't going to do anything.
The problem with that, though, is that I have the transcript of your online chat.
Okay.
So you want to start again and tell the story from the top?
Yeah.
Okay.
She told me she was 15.
And what did you guys talk about?
Just a lot of different things that I shouldn't have been talking about.
Give me an example.
Ask her if she was a virgin.
If she was a virgin.
Yes, sir.
And why would you ask that question of a 15-year-old
I really did not
girl?
have, I don't know, I'm sorry, I apologize. But I really did not have any plans to do anything tonight.
Did you bring condoms?
No, sir, I have condoms in my car.
You had, well then, so you did bring condoms.
Yes, but they are for my, I mean, I have them for safety. But I mean, that's just hanging out. I wasn't going to do, I seriously swear,
So
I was not going to do anything.
But you talk about jail.
I know.
You can't go to jail for not doing anything. When I start to read some of his chat log, he gets up and starts pacing. What positions have you tried?
Oh, God, I'm an idiot.
You know how to ride? You like doggy? And then you ask...
Oh, God, stop. Okay.
Just
okay.
one more.
I understand what you're saying.
You say, you ask if you delete all those IMs when you're done. I'd hate to have your mom get nosy. Now it's time to tell him something he already knows. Have you ever seen the program Dateline NBC?
Yes, I probably have. I don't know. Oh, my God.
You ever seen the stories where
Yes.
men come to the house trying to meet teens?
Yes, but I wasn't trying to do that, I promise.
Well, I got to tell you something. I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC, and we're doing a story on guys, men trying to meet teens on the internet.
It was stupid. I'm a stupid man. That's all I can say. But I would like to leave.
He's free to leave, but he won't get very far. Perverted Justice has joined forces with the Harris County Sheriff's Office, providing chat logs and phone records, evidence needed to make an arrest. Here in Georgia, if a man makes a date online for sex with someone he believes to be a minor, it's a felony.
Sheriff, get on the ground! Down on the ground! Get down on the ground!
He's arrested.
Get on the ground now! Get on the ground! Please, don't take Put your hands behind your back. Please don't Put your hands behind your back.
Please. Please. Oh, my God, my life is ruined.
Can you just shoot me? Can y'all just shoot me right now?
And taken away.
Oh, my God. I'm an idiot.
And he's brought into a room with an investigator from the Harris County Sheriff's Office.
How'd it go with house, Dennis?
That was awesome. That was the best day of my life right there.
You'll hear more of Scooby-Doo's interview with police later.
I never should have said any of that.
Is this guy on his way here?
With men all over the internet admitting they've seen our To Catch a Predator series, we wondered if it would stop a lot of them from trying to hook up with children. Or will there be many others like Scooby-Doo still brazen enough to show up at our house?
Come on in.
Wait and see.
We got someone in the driveway. Someone in the driveway.
The team inside Dateline's hidden camera house quickly moves into position.
Coming up. Driveway. Battle stations. Battle stations.
A man who made a date online for sex with a young girl has shown up earlier than expected. Our decoy, playing the part of a young girl, heads to the front door to wave the man in.
Hey, come on in.
He's 32-year-old Christopher Xavier Cannon, here to meet a 15-year-old virgin. At least that's what he was told. Turns out he's a media director at his church, a volunteer position working with young teens, which makes his sexually explicit online chat all the more disturbing. Using the screen name Xavier01, he asks the girl if she's ever had an orgasm. The decoy says, "I don't think so," and Xavier01 says, "Good." Then he asks her,
"Do you want to be on top or bottom?"
I'm not sure. Which is better?
We'll have to see where you fit best, if you know what I mean.
Oh, I see. I think I know.
Or we can do doggy style.
Sorry, if I don't put this stuff in the washer right away, it just wrinkles. But I made some sweet tea, so just make yourself a glass.
Can I use your restroom?
Oh, why don't you have a seat real quick?
Oh, yeah, I know what this is. I know what this was. I just went to test it, that's all.
Okay, noted, sir.
Thanks. I knew what it was.
What do you think it was?
Nothing.
He heads out the door, right into the arms of the Harris County Sheriff's Department.
Stop! Stop!
I knew what it was. I knew what it was. I wasn't doing anything.
As our investigation continues here in rural Georgia, it becomes clear there are plenty of other men who seem to know about our investigations but show up anyway.
Yeah, slowing down, pulling in the driveway. Emily, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Here comes Need a Friend to Talk To 2005. He drove 4 hours to get here.
All right, go ahead and open the door.
Hey, come on in.
Okay.
It's raining outside, so I'll meet you in. I just gotta throw this in the dryer real quick.
Need a Friend to Talk To is really 25-year-old John Adam Daniels, a carpenter. He thinks he's here to meet a 13-year-old virgin named Nina. Online, he asks her if she wants to try anal sex and if he can perform oral sex on her. After the decoy agrees, she tells him she's home alone, and he asks to spend the night. He's come prepared.
He's brought his overnight bag, it looks like.
Sorry, I had to do laundry right away. I had to have something cute to wear tonight. Did you try some of my sweet tea?
I'm not scared.
Sorry, I'm almost done.
Okay, baby.
Did you bring me anything?
Yes, I did.
What'd you bring me?
I drinking some Kit Kats.
Looks like you brought enough stuff to move in.
Yes.
Why don't you have a seat there?
And like some of the others, Need a Friend to Talk To appears to know what he's walked into.
Am I being taped?
You are being taped.
Oh, crap. Am I going to be upbeat? Arrested?
That's not up to me. You admit right here that you could be in trouble if anybody found out that a 25-year-old was meeting a 13-year-old.
Yes, sir. I thought it was a bad idea from the beginning, so.
But if you thought it was such a bad idea, why did you do it anyway?
I don't know, so.
I mean, you started talking, and 45 minutes into the conversation, you say, "Have you ever seen a man's blank?" Meaning,
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir.
you ask what size bra she wears. Minutes later, you ask if she would like to move in with you.
Yes, sir.
What are you thinking here, Al?
I'm completely totally stupid. I'm sorry. Can I leave, sir?
Just like all the men who show up at our house, he's free to leave. Since he's seen our reports before, he probably knows he won't be free for long. And there's nowhere to run.
Get on the ground! Get down on the ground! Get down!
And the parade continues.
Walking up the walk towards the door.
Hi, come on in.
Now back up.
Y'all see what it is. We got more videos coming. Subscribe if you like the video. And like if you like the video, you feel me? And that's about all, man. Let's get it.